I go to the door, and it's Detective Brandon with an M16 about the size of my whole arm. And he has this pistol strapped to his hip. And this time it's not patrol cars. It's all undercover SUVs everywhere. He's like, Kelby, come with me. I'm in my boxers. And I'm like, can I get on a shirt or something? You're coming now. And he grabbed me, arrested me. I sat right here across this interrogation room, and I looked at that detective. And he made it sound like he was really trying to help me. And he had a necklace on, and it slipped out of his shirt by accident. And I just asked him, why are you helping me? I walk into the visitation room, and there's this bald-headed white guy that I've never seen before in my life. And he shares with me. He says, hey, Kelby, my name's Pastor Jason. And I'm like, whoa, man, like, Jesus, God, you know, I believe that there is a God. Like, I can look around and see that this just didn't come out of nowhere. But do you have any idea why I'm in here? Like, do you not know I broke into churches? Like, kicked doors in, threw TVs around, not just one church, probably churches you know. He shares, well, there's this guy named Saul that had an encounter with Jesus. And Jesus changed his name to Paul. But he persecuted Christians, tried to kill Christians, and he persecuted Jesus. But God changed his life around and used him to be one of the most influential apostles that we know in the New Testament. And something happened in that jail cell, and hope got deposited in my heart. And I want to change my life. I want to do some different things. And so first step, obviously, is get a job. So I go get a job at Jersey Mike's, start making sandwiches, and really start trying to better my life. 3 years come around, I start drinking. And it kept getting me deeper and deeper into the hole. And I've destroyed 3 cars. I have 2 hit and runs. I have 4 DUIs. I ran into a house. Made the news. Fire department's out there. Police are out there. Just completely wild. And I find myself now, 22, 23, walking on a railroad track by my house. Just walking down a railroad track. No idea where I'm going. No idea what to do. And I just take a seat. And I sit down this railroad track, and I'll never forget it because I look to the right and I see a coyote. About 50 yards, he jumps over this track. And I watch him because I'm scared he might try to run up on me. But I'm sitting there, and I start crying. And I start asking God questions. Like, it's got to be over with now. What do I do? No, like, I'm the oldest of these 7 boys. I lost my brother. I had no dad. My mother, like, no college. I've dropped out of high school. I didn't go to college. Like, what do we do? I'm bawling my eyes out, and I just hear this affirmation deep in my heart. Kelby, I still love you, and I'm going to use you. And so I get up, and I go home. And I tell Mom, I said, I'm ready to change. I'm going to a rehab. So you remember when I was telling you that bald-headed white man visited me? I had an idea of reaching back out to him. 10 years later. And so I found out he's a pastoring in Anderson, South Carolina. He started a church. And eventually, I became his right-hand man. And that ministry, I met my wife. I started a company. We have 18 full-time staff members. We serve about 60 clients all over the nation. That man who visited me, how I found out he came to me was because that detective Brandon told that pastor to come talk to me. There was something different. I went and talked at that detective's church, and he comes up and he's bawling his eyes out. But 1 out of 99. And that's why I honor that detective so much, because I know he's been in that force for years. He's heard all the sob stories. But he just said, maybe one can.